Stefan. Okay, so this is how they have to be arranged. You've got these two brackets at the back. To know which one goes on which side, these little pins must be on the inside of the trays. If you've got them wrong, then they'll be on the outside. If you put this on that side, this is going to be on the outside. So you want these pins closer to the inside of the tray like that. They get attached to those brackets. And on the side here, you've got nuts, which are Nylock nuts. So you can make these tighter or looser to reduce or increase the tension on the tray. I'm going to quickly show you how they get connected. Sadly, every single time that you take the trays off, you have to remove the line. It can't stay on, it won't work. Okay, so try and get that through there. There we go. That's through there. Okay. You always start on the top. You always start by tying the line off onto the tray. Just make about 4 knots there so it doesn't slip out. I think 3 will do it. There we go. And this is the trick. You bring the line, you pass it through this eye. You pass it through that eye. Okay, and now you bring it back to the back. And the important bit is that you hold the flap exactly in line with the back of the trays. So that's where you're going to tie this down. So the flap is at 45 degrees to the boat, but easy to see. Basically, it's going to be exactly in line with the back of that. Pull this tight, put your thumb behind, and then you can relax. And now you can come forward and just make a whole lot of knots there. Just like so. One more. That's easy. Okay, so that's where you want it basically. Okay, I made it a bit shorter. Okay, so you want it tight at this particular point, and when you pull it down, you'll see that it's okay. The important part also is that you use the exact right gauge of line. I think this was 17 or 20 pounds. If you use it too thick, it doesn't have this effect. If you make it too thin, it'll snap. So importantly, I think it's about 17 to 20 pounds. Tight. Taut like that, and when you pull it down and you close the trap, these are now you can see that's now pretty well locked. It's not moving. When I pop this, I can now, because my bait will be in here, and I hook the last, or I hook one of the swivels onto this pin. So when I stop the reel on the left hand side and I let the boat go forward, it pulls it over and drops that bait. And if you do exactly the same thing on the other side, power one there through that eye, and back to here, then when you pull them down, so it pulls the tray down, locks it into place. So it stays horizontal, and then when you release it here, it becomes loose. Now, it's not very loose because I've got the little Nylocks quite tight. But once you pop this open, both are free. So you may want to make them quite tight because you still want to maneuver the boat, drop the one bait, and maneuver the boat somewhere else. And if these are very loose, then this one will tip before you get there. So you can make these as tight as you like to put as much tension as you like on there. But that's basically how they operate. Okay, then just to make it neat, just cut all that off, all the extra. Okay, so now you can see clearly